So 270, then the reciprocal will be 90 plus a 45 intercept, right?
Yeah, so, and it'll just basically be, we'll have to see what the winds do to us. We'll see what our course needle looks like. So you can see we're approaching Ardea, which is fine. What we want to do, we're 0.2. The moment that changes.
Oh yeah, because we might not
there we are.
Over.
So now we'll start that turn outbound, and you can see that flag change. Now what it's going to do, that flag is going to change again once we get on the outbound from Ardea, basically saying, hey, Ardea is behind you, which is what we want. And so now we're going to the 270 heading. We can use our magenta diamond, basically keep your turn going
so that's on there.
So you put that magenta diamond on top of your west heading. So that's going to be our start of our wind correction. You can see your flag swapped.
How am I seeing my flag swap?
See right here where the flag changed?
Oh, okay.
All right, so now put your magenta diamond on that west for now. Like I say, that's just kind of a starter as far as wind correction.
And I want to start a timer, right?
Now we can start the timer. So remember, so just enter.
You can see my fingers looking.
So we start the timer whenever we go wings level, we pass the station or our fix, or we're abeam it, whichever occurs last. In this case, it was wings level. So once we got those wings level, now we're starting that timer. We can see we've actually got just a slight headwind. So we may want to fly instead of just 1 minute. Okay, maybe actually about 1 minute and 10, you know, just to kind of see how that's going to work out. They say you can visualize your inbound course right here.
Remind me, because this always for some reason throws me off, but I want that diamond here.
So you want your diamond on top of your course.
On top of my course,
yeah,
okay.
or your heading, whatever. So in this case, bug that 270 heading.
There we go.
Basically put the egg in the basket.
Okay.
Okay, so there's 1 minute, but like I say, since we got just a slight headwind, we could see 89 knots compared to 104. Yeah, we've got a slight headwind. So there's 1:10 now. Right-hand turn, standard rate. So we're watching for our little thing to come out. So there's our turn, time. We can restart our timer. So enter. That's going to reset it.
Start again? Oh, no, I want to start on the outbound, right?
Yeah, we'll start once we get turned inbound. So turn, time, tune. We could tune that inbound course now. So using your course, either side, we want to tune the 090. Basically making it do what we want it to do all the while watching your altitude.
Yeah, we dropped a bit then, didn't we?
Yep. Now you'll see we're going to overfly the course, right? But it shouldn't be by too much because we're going to have that wind. So this may work out pretty good to where we're going to be right on our course inbound. Just keep that nice standard rate turn going. And now you're using that course diamond, putting it on top of your needle once we, get tracking inbound. In this case, you can see we'll be just slightly off. So we'll keep the turn going just a little bit, but use that diamond as kind of like your heading. So I'd roll it level right there. Let that wind slowly drift you over. There's wings level. Start your timer. So just the enter button. There you go. All right, so there's turn, time, tune, throttle, and then talk. We'd let ATC know we're established in the hole back inbound to Ardea. Okay?
Is that when you're established?
So basically, it just depends. If I'm on the course inbound to Ardea, okay, I'm going to let them know, hey, I'm established in the hold because I'm on basically a published leg of my hold at this point because we're back inbound. Now,
I'm going to get that diamond back.
Yep, now get that diamond back over because now we're basically got that course needle centered. So that's what we want to do.
And we're...
There you go, just like that.
9 from Ardea.
Yep. And this, like I say, bug that course, 090. That gives you that egg in the basket visual.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Like I say, you could bug the heading.
I see now. Yeah.
Either technique you want to use. All right, so look, we're looking at our timer. All right.
It's a minute.
There's 1 minute. Look, we're arriving at the waypoint. That worked out pretty good to do 1:10.
Yeah.
So now, left-hand turn.
I can turn even though I'm not technically...
Yeah, because now we're right over it.
Okay.
So we're starting that standard rate turn. So turn.
Time.
Tune. We can tune 270.
Oh, okay, we're doing that every time, aren't we?
That just keeps us in the habit. We don't have to. It just keeps us in the habit for if we were flying a 6-pack. And then watch that altitude.
Shit, I'm climbing now. Which back pressure?
So there's turn, time, tune, throttle, power set. We're established in the hold, no big deal. Talk, we've already let them know we're in the hold, so that part's covered as well. So now what we're doing is we're keeping that turn going. Now in this case, remember where your winds are out of, right? Winds are out of the north, northwest, right? So in order to, when we go to make that left-hand turn to be able to intercept that course, we're going to need more than just the diamond on top of the needle, because that wind's going to be affecting us. So I always start with about 10 degrees. So make a right-hand turn about 10 degrees. So instead of a 270, put your heading bug on a 280. Put that egg in the basket.
Oh, that egg, okay.
We're going to track that outbound. Okay. Now, we've got station passage. We're wings level. Let's start our timer. There we go. Now, we were a little bit late, so in this case, I would just say, okay, I'm going to do 1 minute instead of the minute 10.
Yeah.
Okay? So now just turn to the right just a little bit, put that diamond in your basket, and we'll see how this works out with our inbound turn. Basically, what we're trying to do is get it to where when we start that turn inbound, we're intercepting the course, the wind's not blowing us on the unprotected side of our hold.
Yeah. 30 seconds.
There you go.
1,500 eggs in the basket. Alright. Man, I haven't done a hold in a while.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes on, especially when you got winds like this. There's a lot to think about.
Alright, let's look at the time again, 51 seconds. And I think you said because I was late just to do it at a minute, right?
Yeah, I'd do it right at a minute. Let's see, we'll see where it works out at.
There's a minute, so I'm going to turn.
There you go, so turn.
Time.
Reset your timer.
Tune.
Tune.
Which is this thing.
Your course. 090. Watch your altitude.
Climb it again. Every time I turn, I do that.
Yeah. And then let's keep that turn going. Make sure we're standard rate. There you go. All right. You can also bug that heading. So bug that 090 because that's the heading we're wanting to track inbound. So that's just going to allow us to put that egg in that basket. Keeping that turn going. We're watching that course needle come in. We're getting that strong tailwind right now. So if it blows us over our course, we're just going to have to keep that turn going and come back around to re-intercept.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see we're already past it.
Yeah, so, and that's okay. Just keep that turn going. We're going to go past our 090 because we want to go back over and re-intercept.
Climbing and descending doesn't help because what that ends up doing is it causes the speed to constantly change because I'm having to fix.
Yeah, basically then you're doing that eights on pylons, basically. I had to think for a second, that commercial maneuver. So now, there you go. Keep that heading right there. Now, we're wings level. We can go ahead and start our timer because we're headed back inbound. There was turn. We went wings level. Time.
Tune. We already did.
We've already done. Throttle. Talk is done. Now, as that re-intercepts, then just turn back over to put your egg in your basket. And now we know on that outbound leg, we
do a bit more.
We need more. So we started with 10. That wasn't enough. Go 20.
And how are we from RDA? 0.4, okay.
Yep, there you go. Now we're re-intercepting that course. Now just put your egg in your basket.
And on the stick.
Perfect. So 1 mile away. This is looking like the time, so I'd say about that minute and 10. This is looking, you know, pretty good.
Yeah. There's 53 seconds. Altitude's good.
So there's 1 minute.
3.
We're arriving at the waypoint. We're about a 0.3. So like I say, yeah, maybe about that minute and 10 is going to work out pretty good. We'll see.
Turn, so turn.
Yep. So starting that standard rate turn.
Time. Twist. Watching my altitude this time.
Yep, there you go.
Don't climb like I did before. Watching the standard rate. There's a lot to think about.
There is. It's a lot going on.
Twist, time twist, torque, throttle, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And now, like I say, you can bug that. Think about what heading. So the last time we flew a 280, and it wasn't enough, right?
Yeah.
Now instead of 29, there you go. Basically, we're just going to keep that turn going. We're going to put that diamond in the egg in the basket. You can see we're still on this side of our fix. So there's our egg in our basket. Now, we're wings level, but we want to wait until we're a beam or past the fix. So once that flag changes, then we'll start our timer. There it went. Now
so
we're outbound.
it's this little arrow here, right?
Yep, that little top of the arrow. There you go.
Funny, because every little turn I'm doing, like, learning just a little bit more, you know?
Yeah. And you got your breadcrumbs on there. Is it tracking us?
Oh, yeah, it's recording. Yeah, so I can watch this afterwards. I set it to automatic.
That way you'll be able to see this hold layout on there, and you'll see these corrections we make and how it affects that hold.
I'm still on a good course. I need to get that egg in the basket again.
Yeah, yep. And
that egg, I don't know what it is about that freaking egg. Dude, I just like, it baffles the crap out of me, and I don't know why I can't get my head around it.
Yeah.
I think I might be the kind of person, honestly, that just has to bug a heading. So I'm more of this kind of guy. Yep. And then I just fly the heading.
Yep, and that's fine.
I think that's just who I am. Right, 46 seconds. He said outbound was going to be a minute 10 though, right?
Yep. Yeah, I'd do about a minute 10. Let's see how it works out. Because like I say, we've got a headwind going outbound, slight tailwind going inbound. So to make it time to where that inbound's 1 minute, we have to fly outbound just a little bit longer.
All right, there's a minute 5, 7, 8, 9. Okay, there. So we're going to turn left. So turn, time, enter, enter. I'm not going to pull back on the yoke this time. Standard rate turn. We're going to twist. 70. I don't know if I'm twisting the wrong way and making this harder.
Nope, 090.
090, that's it. Yeah, because we're already on that one.
Yep, because we want that inbound course.
It's turn, time, twist, torque, throttle, right?
Yep.
Let's feel, I'm descending a little bit. I don't want to pull the noses up though. Okay.
There you go. Keep that standard rate turn going.
More.
There you go. And it's just that, you know, this is busy work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of scanning, a lot of things going on. Watching the course needle come in. As it starts to come in, you know, maybe adjusting the bank to try to get it to roll out. This is looking pretty good. Keep that bank going.
Altitude's good, a little bit high, but we can fix that, not 600 feet. It looks pretty freaking good. Turn in so we get it. That's a lot better.
Yeah, you can see that's basically putting us almost right on course, but keep that turn, because remember, we got
diamond.
Yep, we got to put that diamond on there.
Don't stop early.
There you go, beautiful.
I'm going to bug this heading. That's who I am. Boom.
There.
Right?
Yep.
And then time.
Yep.
Time. We don't need to do anything else at that point because we're already set up for that, aren't we?
Right. So now we just want to make sure, see how close we are to that 1 minute.
1,500. I'm going to turn my heading back a little. No, that's good. I want to fly. So if I want that diamond to go more this way, I need to turn that way?
Yep.
Okay.
You need to turn in the direction you want the diamond to go.
But the diamond keeps bloody moving.
Yeah, and that's those wind gusts. It's just constantly changing a little bit. So, not too bad. Just a little bit more right turn.
Try this.
Looking pretty good. We're passing through 38 seconds. Now, this wind setup here is fine. Like I say, there's other... Myself, I like this one.
Okay.
Because it tells me my headwind and crosswind component.
56, 57, then we're doing a minute for this one. We should be.
And we just passed.
Beautiful.
Look,
left turn.
That was pretty darn good.
Time. Watch my altitude, so I'm pulling back, sorry. Time, twist. Twist. Altitude's good. And we want to fly, I think we did 20 degrees.
So yeah, we were tracking a 290,
So I'll level out on
course, and then once you put that diamond there, and then bug whatever heading you want to bug.
Oh, okay. So around about here, coming out, right?
Yeah, right about there.
Altitude's perfect, heading bugged.
There you go. So it's about a 300 heading.
Oh, and a time,
course,
right?
Not yet, because see, we're still flying back.
Flag flip.
So wait for the flag to come down. Should be out any time. Bam, there it is.
Oh,
and
okay.
as you saw, the time worked out pretty good. A minute and 10 outbound worked out to about 50 seconds inbound.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty darn close. I wouldn't make much of an adjustment. And then this heading worked out pretty good to roll us right on course. So
it looked pretty good on the last one.
Yeah, so this is basically what now, okay, this is what I'd want to
replicate. Yeah, it took it like two, 3 turns to figure it out, but
yeah, and
but that was because like I was still trying to figure shit out as well, you know. So
yeah, well, and right about the time you get it figured out and get it working out
of the hole,
ATC will say, okay, you're cleared now, direct.
I know, right? Yeah,
Start the approach.
Dang it! Can I just do one more shot? I can do it perfect.
Yeah, and yeah. I want one more lap, please.
All right, 45 seconds. Altitude's looking good. Heading's looking good. There's a minute 3, minute 4. It's a minute 10, so we're going to turn. Time. West to 090 now. Sure, I'm not pulling back on that yoke like I've been doing.
Well, and it's a natural thing. You're reaching over here. You're doing something else. It's natural to release and do something with that other arm.
All right, twist, torque, throttle. She's going up a bit, keeping that. Yeah, we are getting kind of tossed around a little bit here.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Those winds are just constantly a little dicey.
Also starting to come in. Hopefully it works out to be another nice one. We're going to fly to the diamond though. That.
Yep.
Not just when we get on the course. Sue's looking good. Just the course. Just overshot just a tiny bit.
Yeah, and that's okay. Just fly it right on past just a little bit, and that's those changing winds. Every time, hey, when you think you got it figured out, something's bound to change, right?
Time.
There you go, re-intercepting course. Now put your diamond on the top of your course needle.
I'll book my heading. I think that's what I'm going to do from now on.
Bug the heading?
Yeah, I think that just makes my brain comprehend
Yeah, and like I say, both ways, there's nothing, either way is fine. All right, so now I'm going to task saturate you just a little bit more.
Of course.
Okay, so now continue in the hold, but set up for the RNAV runway 36 into Grand Prairie.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until I'm on the outbound. I've got 10 seconds to go.
Okay.
And I'm 0.1 miles, so I'm going to wait until I'm on the outbound because it gives me some time. So there's my minute. There's the course. So I'm going to turn. Turn, time, twist, watch my altitude. Too much of a bank, so we'll take that out. Okay.
And what I'll do is I'll play the actual part of ATC. 403 Golf Foxtrot, continue in the hold. Plan for the RNAV runway 36 into Grand Prairie. Advise when ready to start the approach.
Okay, we'll continue in the hold as advised, and we'll plan for the RNAV 36 back into Grand Prairie. 03 Golf Fox will advise. Right, so So coming back around, altitude's looking good. Oh, we're there. The outbound, so I'm going to F it up here because I went past my... Takes one little thing, doesn't it? But I caught it.
It does. You caught it though, and that's the important thing. Like you noticed it. You're like, oh crap. Yep, I needed all that wind correction.
And wait there. Oh, we have switched already, so enter.
There you go.
And okay, so RNAV, so procedure, select approach, enter. And oh, it's the wrong airport, so we have to change that. K. Oops.
Oh, and it's going to be fun in this little bit of turbulence.
No, enter. Oh, no. Okay, so, oh my gosh. Procedure.
Yep. There you go.
Enter. A. Enter. G. Altitude's dropping a bit. Heading's off a bit. G. Can't see your time when you do this either.
Nope. It's White Plains, New York. You got HPM.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I reset everything else. Alphabet's become hard.
Now, I wouldn't set my minimums yet. I'd just go ahead and load that because you know you need to get back to your timer.
So...
Now hit your timer ref.
Wait. I get out of this. Oh, it's right here already.
Yeah, there you go. You're a minute 20. See, so you can see how...
Yeah, that's hard.
I told you I was going to task saturation.
Oh, you did. Turn. Twist. No, you did. You bastard.
I know. It's easy when
Good,
I get to just set over here
Turn,
and watch.
twist. Timers in reset. Torque throttle. I can advise on the inbound that we're set up for that approach.
Now, but take your time because yes, you've loaded your approach. Now you can. The beauty of this is now you can set your minimums right here.
I can do it there.
Yeah, because that's your minimums. That's your reference. So that's going to be the same reference for your approach minimums.
Oh, I didn't know
You've
that.
loaded your approach.
They did that just for this reason, you think?
I don't know.
Weird that it's there, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's hopeful that it's there. I'm not complaining.
Yeah, absolutely. But you can set those there. Other thing is, go ahead and make sure you're completely set for the approach. So what I mean by that is, you've got it loaded, but now we need to brief it.
I need to get it up here too.
So build it. You built it in the system. Bug it. Get everything bugged and set as far as frequencies and everything. And brief it.
Why do I not have the one approach that would be in here?
Because you wanted it to be harder.
No.
You wanted you to have to do more stuff. Say, hey Siri, load my approach.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
Maybe that could be our idea.
Oh, it could be our idea.
We need an app that we just talk to Siri and say, hey Siri, load the RNAV runway 36 approach. Anagram.
Minimum, since we know it's going to be straight in based on the winds.
Right.
Be keeping an eye on that. Minimums are going to be 1,020, but I'm about reaching this right now. So
yeah, but you still got 0.3 of a mile.
Oh shit! Okay.
Don't just go off your.
Yeah, because
we flew further outbound.
Yeah, I got my altitude all cocked up too.
I've got to adopt some of those, British terms.
Oh yeah.
I've got that all cocked up. I'm adopting that, just so you know.
0.4. It's climbing now, so I did go past it.
There you go. And you can always verify by your little flag.
Time. West. Altitude, man. Altitude. Yeah, the speed, that's one thing that helps you kind of know what's going on with the plane too.
Yep.
And twist, torque, throttle. How do I, okay, well, I guess, how do I set my minimums in here? Now I need to press
So
it.
use your inside knob and scroll all the way down, and then there you go, and then over.
I said 1020, didn't I?
I mean, you'll have to check.
Yeah, I think I said 1020. I'll put it to my heading. The altitude. We're not flipped yet, so we're okay for a second. 1020.
There you go. Now that's set. So just use your inside knob and go back up to your inside knob, the big one. Go back up to your start.
Don't start yet because it's not flipped.
There you go.
I need to get back on course.
Yep. Get back on your
altitude
head.
Slowly getting back there. Or it's flip.
All right.
All right.
So now we've built it.
Oh.
We've bugged it. You've got your minimums. We still got Grand Prairie Tower. We still got the weather in there. Now we got to brief it. So this is where I would, yes, I would go ahead and get the weather, and then you can brief everything.
Information, Juliet.
Juliet now.
Airport information, Juliet, time 1450 Zulu, wind 350 at 8, gusting 19, sky condition 3,600 feet overcast, visibility 10, temperature 11, 2.03, altimeter 3028. Visual approach in use, landing at a party, runway 36. On initial contact, advise you have information, Juliet.
All right, 3028, how's my time? 3028, so that's going to be my Barrow one.
Yep, so that's
It's just down here, so it's gone up a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, starting to get a little high pressure system coming.
28 about there, that's what I can see. That's really messed my altitude up. Time's about 1 minute 10, so we'll make that left turn now. We've got the weather. Turn. Time. Bliss. Altitude. There should be an A in there for altitude.
Right? Hey, you can add it.
All right.
It's the TTA. TT.
Hopefully we can kind of, so we've got the weather. I always used to do wire markers, so weather, instruments, radios, and then environment. So like, what are we doing? And then just brief that approach. So Alpha was the missed approach point.
And remember, even when you're briefing these, it's a brief.
Yeah.
And I try to enforce that to my students is a lot of times they get caught up and they want to read the entire plate. And it's like, a brief is a brief. We need to hit the main points that concern what we're going to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So we don't necessarily have to know that, oh, there's non-standard takeoff minimums, non-standard alternate minimums, or we don't need to know all that. All right? We just need to brief, okay, frequencies, that we've got the proper plate, the dates in date, you know, the important stuff. All right, I'll be looking for that traffic somewhere out there just to the northeast of Ardea. All right, so now you can brief that approach. You've got it all built in there. So let's brief everything, and then we should be able to head out on the inbound or on the outbound leg.
Right, so I'm going to do my math on what I used to do. So altitude at the final approach fix is going to be 2,000 feet. Rate of descent will be we use about 500 feet per minute. This isn't an LPV, so but we do have advisory glide as well. The time, it's not a timed approach. H heading inbound is going to be 357. My time, 55 seconds. And then, right on there, heading inbound, and A, altitude at minimum is 1020. A missed approach point would be, are we reached it yet?
Yep, yeah, I see the flag.
Okay. This altitude. Let in there now then. And then our missed approach procedure would be climbing left turn 2400 deck Namu. Looks like it would be a probably a parallel entry on that one. Approach is briefed.
All right. 403 Golf Foxtrot. Once you get turned outbound on your 300 heading, you are cleared direct Ergie.
We're cleared direct Ergie for 403 Golf Fox. Procedure. Oh, there.
And yep, and then just activate approach because that's what you loaded it from.
Yeah.
Was Ergie. All right, there you go. So now we're flying direct Ergie. Approach is activated. So that's good. You briefed it. The only thing I heard opposite of your brief that I don't know is, I think it's an LPV approach.
I said it's not an LPV approach.
Right.
I'm going to do a 500 foot per minute descent.
Yeah, there you go. Because this is just an LNAV approach, so we've got the MDA.
I said, so the R on the Martha is rate of descent. Okay. I said, since it's not a glide slope or an LPV, we're going to go 500 feet per minute, but we may have advisory.
Okay, perfect.
I don't know if this does advisory, but...
It does. It does do the advisory. The one thing you got to keep in mind about the advisory in this is an advisory glide slope to the touchdown zone.
Okay.
And not an advisory to get to our MDA before we get to the missed approach point. So if your weather is right at the minimums, then basically we need to be at our MDA before we reach cuck speed.
Okay.
If we're not, then we may not get the runway in sight, and we may have to just go miss as soon as we get to cuck speed.
Yeah.
So that's something. Now, a day like today, strong north wind, shouldn't have any issues. It's when you have basically no wind, or if you've got a slight tailwind at altitude, where we may have to do an 800 or 900 foot per minute descent in order to reach our MDA before we get to cuck speed.
Okay, yeah.
And like I say, that's all condition variant as well. You know, depends on the ceilings and what you're doing.
All right, so we're obviously got the approach loaded. We've briefed the approach. We can see that we're 12.6 miles from Ergie, which is our initial approach fix. We can be at 2,000 at that point, so once we're clear for the approach, we'll be able to descend down to 2,000. We're going to maintain 2.5 for now, because that's what ATC told us. And at this time, because we have some time to think, and we're not turning around in a hold, you know, we can make sure that we've got everything else that we want ready for that. So now's the time to be ahead of the aircraft and kind of not get behind. We've already gotten the weather for the Bravo airspace because we're at 2.5.
I've got that traffic in sight, no factor.
RP, thank you. Plus 900 feet. I bugged my heading, so let me get back on that. That'll keep me on course. Right now, the sensitivity, because this would be considered the terminal area.
Yep, and we can see it. It tells us.
Oh, it does. Look at that.
Oh.
No guessing involved.
Yep. No.
So that's going to be a 1 mile sensitivity.
Yep, we're in the terminal phase, so that's 1 mile.
Yep. And once we get into the approach phase, that'll be 0.3.
Yep. En route is
3 or 5. It depends, right?
Well, so these are 4 mile.
Right?
4 mile.
4 mile. Okay.
Yeah,
so
4 mile.
I said 3 or 5, right? So that's,
yeah, right there. Right.
I remember reading that though. I don't know what it specifically that is.
Basically, what that means is a full scale deflection is whatever that reading is.
Oh, I didn't mean that. I meant like why some of them I've seen say they're this much. And if it depends on what kind of GPS it is,
yeah,
or
probably depends on the system.
All right, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could be doing right now. Just maybe a checklist. So let's have a look at what we got going on. So we're cruising right now. So descent, obviously we'll set our power, make sure our mixture's full rich. Fuel valve is set on both, fuel selector's in. We've gotten our weather. GPS altitude selected, so again we're going to do that when we get cleared for altitude. Instruments are all set. CDI soft key. So is this still in, or did it already switch out when I did that?
Yeah, when you activated your approach, it automatically switched out of OB.
Copy that, okay. That's a good reminder on there, though.
Yeah, absolutely. And it helps you remember, too, if you're doing, a VOR approach or anything. And remember, if you're doing an ILS, VOR, you know, any ground-based navigation, that's green needles.
Yeah.
So the only time we have to be in green needles is passing the final approach fix. We can do everything else via the GPS up to that point.
But you're talking on a VOR approach?
Yeah, so like if we were doing the VOR approach going back into Grand Prairie, we could be on purple magenta needles all the way until we reach the final approach. Once we reach the final approach fix, then we have to be in whatever that, if it's an ILS or VOR or whatever. And that's what's gotten some students, you know, not being switched over into that proper navigation source on your CDI key.
It's a pretty good check ride failure there, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that'll do it.
See if it's me or if she just wants to climb. A little bit.
Whew, I picked a horrible day to drink all that coffee.
You need to peel up.
With the headwind. Whew. Whew.
No, I always used to, that's my like go-to on the instructor. Is always like make sure I peed before I got on the plane.
Yeah.
I used to drink a lot of water, but coffee I think makes you pee more, doesn't it? It's like a diuretic or something.
It is. Yeah, but it'll be alright.
They drop the flaps.
Yeah, right. Oh, that'd be horrible. I'd be in physical pain when we landed.
And then you have to move, and that's the hard part.
Yeah. And the other part too is, you know, when you're at altitude, you got less air pressure, right? So your bladder's allowed to expand, but as you descend back down in, at that altitude, you know, it starts to build that pressure back in, and so it pushes on that bladder even more. Coming from 2,500 down to, you know, 500 ain't going to be as big of a deal, but whenever I'm in the jet, I always try.
Southwest Erica, check 258, white blue archer, approximately 6 miles south Lake Waxahachie, steep turns 3,000.
I always try to jump up and go to the bathroom.
Yeah, right.
That way, it doesn't hit me all of a sudden as we're on the approach, and I'm like, oh, pain.
I've definitely found a better way to relax with the yoke, which was from my first lesson to now, which it definitely helped.
Top right side, Sky 135 Papa Juliet, about 5 miles out of Waxahachie.
Should I call him about 5 miles out?
2,000 feet.
We'll wait until we're just about to Ergie, because right now they can't even see us on their radar scope.
Well, how far can they see?
Just south of,
okay.
Basically where this shelf of the Bravo is, that's about their range. So that's why I typically wait. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play the part of ATC.
Okay.
403 Golf Foxtrot, you are 5 miles from Ergie. Cross Ergie at or above 2,000 feet. Cleared for the RNAV runway 36 approach into Grand Prairie.
Okay, we're cleared for the RNAV 36 into Grand Prairie. We'll maintain above 2,000 for crossing Ergie, 403 Golf Fox.
Oh, there you go. That's your clearance to be able to do now kind of what you want, just as long as you maintain at or above 2,000.
This is good practice. I'm going to practice my descent right here. Fun descent. Alright, that's 2,000. 4 miles. A little bit right of course, so let's try and that. Still in that terminal phase, so we do have that.
Yeah, so it's not as sensitive, you know, so I say a mile each side, full scale.
I will say, this kills your neck after a while.
having to look that way.
We get like home and I have to like crunk it the other way. Altitude.
You can bug your altitude too.
Oh, thank you. How quickly I found it then though?
Yeah, there you go. Right on it.
The course is coming back in. And we'll set this over here. Get my bug. We'll get my diamond on the course.
403 Golf Foxtrot. Contact Grand Prairie Tower.
03 Golf Fox will contact Grand Prairie Tower. What am I doing here? We're just getting thrown around a lot. What's happening? Cause
yeah, we're getting.
Is that me or is that?
Oh, that's the environment.
We'll switch. 128550 and 118.
12115.
Oh, 1211. I gotta learn these frequencies. Let's get the altitude back. How many miles are we? 2 miles.
Vertical track.
Come on at me. And Grand Prairie Tower, Cessna 403 Golf Fox. We're about 2 miles from Ergie. We're requesting the practice on our 36 approach. Would you have Juliet?
Cessna 403 Golf Foxtrot, Grand Prairie Tower. Practice approach is approved. Maintain BFR at all times. No separation services will be provided. Squawk 0426 and report the final approach fix.
426. Copy, we're cleared. The practice approach will maintain VFR. Squawk in 0426 and we'll report the final approach fix for 403 Golf Fox.
Ah, good job.
Half a mile. First leg will be miles. Okay, you're going to turn in 6 seconds. It's going to be a massive turn. That was an aggressive turn. Fighter jet pilot. We're doing a standard rate turn now to the right and set the new course. What we'll do is we'll put the diamond. Again, it shouldn't be too much at this point. Since we've pretty much got a headwind. Doing that thing again, aren't I? Fucking diamond, bro.
Yep.
Me every time.
Turn in the direction you want your diamond to go.
Now we are in the LNAV mode, right? So.
Yep, so now we're in that approach mode.
Do that just to fix the course a little bit, and then we'll get the diamond back and bug that. Altitude's still looking good, airspeed's good. We're getting that course back here. We've got 5 miles until the final approach fix. 1 mile prior, what we're going to do is we're going to configure things down, drop our first notch of flaps to configure. That way we can get ready for that nice descent after that. Then pre-landing, go ahead and turn the landing light on for me, taxi light off. Good.
We're lit up, everybody should be able to see us.
Perfect. Bus is coming back in now. 4.3 miles. Altitude's good. At this point, I'm just trying to get this course back, so it's almost centered. In a little bit more, and then I'll get the diamond over. About now, actually, we'll lead that. So checking my altitude, so I'm keeping that scan going. Level off here and see where that puts the diamond. Right, pretty much right. Okay. Getting nice and beat up here.
Yeah, those winds. I've been watching these wind burbs. You know, we've gone from basically having 0 crosswind to almost 10 knots, and now we're at 5. I mean, it's changing. It's gusty. It's that frontal passage, right?
Yep.
And the weather.
That's the drop in those temps too.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's freaking 8 degrees Celsius at 2,500 feet. So it's, I probably wouldn't want to go in the clouds today.
Oh yeah.
Pretty good chance you'd probably start to pick some ice up pretty low.
Yeah, so we've talked to tower. We're bringing the altitude back down. Still looks pretty good as much as we're getting knocked about. We're 2.5 miles from final approach fix. Yeah, I'm just kind of moving my eyes from the attitude indicator. Altitude obviously is key here as well, so I'm watching that and then watching my course and glancing over to the airspeed. And then I'm checking my distance too, while including these instruments to make sure everything's pressure, temperature. Especially since we're going to be descending, we want to make sure all that's good. My course a little bit to the right. Sensitivity increases. Try and like relax in the seat too. Do you ever find yourself tensing up when you're getting thrown around like that?
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to like relax.
And it's, just, you got to remember too, it's a 172. We're going to get bounced around a little bit, but it's not going to go anywhere too far too fast.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why, just small corrections, sometimes just like we were talking on the outbound, just let the airplane kind of ride those little waves and then make the correction as needed.
Such a flaps coming in. In 2000, just slowing it down a little bit. Alpha miles of final approach fix. Speed back in.
I get your diamond back over.
Thank you.
Other
way. I want to turn towards where I want to go. Speed up so you're not dying. She goes. Grand Prairie Tower 403 Golf Foxtrot, that's the final approach fix.
Cessna 403 Golf Foxtrot, thank you. How about the approach terminate?
Be full stop for 403 Golf Fox.
Cessna 403 Golf Foxtrot, runway 36, clear to land.
36 clear to land, 403 Golf Fox. Alright, let's bring the power out for our start of descent. Done that a little bit earlier, but we'll bring a bit more power. It's 1020, but also Cuxby, right? It's 2 miles.
Oh.
You have to go mist at that or at the altitude, right? Once I level off.
Yeah.
Got distracted then. I read that back, but he did us for the full stop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he clears land 36.
Just by myself, I just ask again.
Oh.
Alright, so what we're doing now is basically, our scanner's kind of busy with descending, trying to maintain the chevron right kind of here to give me that 500 feet per minute descent. Obviously, we're kind of getting knocked around a little bit. We can't really set the heading, but we can kind of set the altitude to 1,000. That's enough. It goes down to 1,020. Look at that. Goes. Watching my course come off here, so we'll fix that. We're 1.2 from Cuxby.
All right, you can go visual.
All right, glasses coming off. There we are. All right. So let me add the power. Like I gotta pee. I will just maintain.
Yeah, but you can see exactly. I mean, 1,020. They put this big old flagpole up out here, there by I-20, and man, I tell you, 1,020. A little nerve-wracking when you pop out of the clouds on an actual day, and you see that flagpole, because it's like, whew, okay.
Quite low here, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean,
you're far out, Cooks, because they want you to go mist early because of DFW, right?
Yeah.
Information kilos now current. The altimeter is 3029er.
Arrows on the outside. Too much of a change.
Minimums.
Oh, yeah.
Minimums.
Thank you, my lady. We've got lights, we've got fuel selectors on both, mixtures full rich. Pressure's all on the green, runway's in sight, maintain an altitude until we enter the glide slope. Then we'll see how this landing goes. I'm crabbing a little bit to the left here, so I'm assuming that we're going to have a little bit of a cross.
Little crosswind off the left-hand side.
It must be it's so funny when you sat in that seat and you're watching the plane kind of go away from the runway, because you can see and it's so easy, right?
Oh yeah.
When you're under here, it's like completely different. Coming in, I can see it. See that?
Uh-huh.
I anticipate that. Put things down. Got that next notch of flaps in, which I can now. Anticipate that airspeed drop. A little bit off center line, I feel like. Maybe coming a little bit hotter here as well with those gusts.
I would leave a little extra power.
A drop there.
Yeah. All these birds.
Yeah, because we're gonna bleed it off on the roll anyway.
Yeah. Very nice.
Did I land twice then, or was that just once?
Log them both.
Felt like we touched and then...
Just barely. But you know, on a day like today with gusty winds,